Hey, welcome to Wednesday, everyone, and another episode of Ken versus 10. I'm Ken, and the 10 is knows. Who knows these days what's going on over here on my channel? I don't even know most of the time. But so got some stuff going on. Going to talk about our weekend and what went on. And then share some news. It is Santa season. It is getting there. What is up, Elizabeth? Cat Mom 78 is here. Good to see you, Elizabeth. Thanks for popping in. Just getting things started here on the show. Going to talk about some fun stuff coming up for Christmas in July. We all know I'm a seasonal Santa. It's time to start growing that beard out and get ready for the Santa season. I'm excited about this year because I have some news. I don't know if it's news. It's something exciting for me. Um, so how's your day, Elizabeth, so far? How's your week been? Did you do anything fun over the weekend? We're just now waiting for people to show up here. So you and I will have a conversation. How about them apples? Man, I'm getting some tan, getting some coloring here. It's 4th of July weekend as well. We'll talk a little bit about that and just the general merriment that goes on here on Ken versus 10. What's on my notes here? I'm not sure why I always put in these headphones. I'm usually just here by myself. What is up? My mother, breakdancing Judy, is hanging out with us. My mom and pop live right next door over there, and they are watching. Going to Georgia to see your mom today. I love working for myself. Sorry, I'm not into an office. Isn't that the truth, Elizabeth? It's just, you have those freedoms to get away, to go visit mom, to go to a big music festival, which is something I'm going to be talking about that we did over the weekend. Is that a far travel for you? I'm not sure where you are from to go to Georgia. Or do you fly? Do you drive over there? I am in Ohio, so that would be south of me. That sounds like are you going to be there for the 4th of July weekend? What is up, Chad? The quirky picker having taco soup for lunch in my truck. What's up? Taco soup in the truck. Man, isn't it hot there, Chad? Though, to sit and eat taco soup in a truck. It's warm out today. We will, what is it right now? 81, I think. It's supposed to be in the mid 80s today. Which is a break from the like high 90s and 100 heat indexes in Alabama to Georgia. What is up, Susan? I'm not sure. They changed some stuff here on YouTube. And what is up, Mark? Good to see you as well. Back to Birmingham for an event on the 4th. Okay, so just a couple days. Gonna get to go spend with mom. That's great. I love it. I love it. I love 4th of July too. It's one of my favorite days next to Christmas. Love fireworks. I love watching fireworks. I love setting off fireworks. But on my chat, oh, it says top fans. And there's like on my screen anyway, there's like a purple crown. Like Breakdancing Judy, there's a number 1 beside it. Quirky Picker Chad, there's a number 1. Susan, there's a number 2. I don't know what that means. Top fans, 25x. I don't know what that means. Top fans, what's the top 3 get special badges in the live chat. It resets every stream so you can always try again. Interesting. Now I don't know how to get back to my chat. There it is. There it is. There it is. And there is Jill. My love. Jill is here. Roman, I can't count, so I don't get a number. Now you're a number 2, and Jill's a number 2. And now we're on to a number 1. I don't know what that is. Roman's a top fan now. Roman, I have to share something with you. We'll start with a little bit of resellery stuff. A couple of weeks ago on the show, I showed a camera, a Polaroid big shot camera. It was sitting right here when I showed it, and I showed it last week because it was still sitting right here. But as you'll notice, it is no longer sitting there. Long story short, for those of you that might not have been around, we went to a citywide sale up north of us and, well, south of Roman, and we kind of met in the middle there and went to this sale. And yes, I bought that camera for $10, and I sold it for $385. It sold basically in a couple weeks for $385. What is up? Oh, so that shows up on, Jill sent me a picture of what the chat looks like, and it shows up on there too. And the answer to this question, what is Paul having for lunch, is actually steak and shrimp. Let me get back to my comments. But as always, we love to start the show to find out, Susan, what are you having for lunch today? Break from school on summer break. Jill is Team Roman. Roman is actually currently in school with a math teacher trying to calculate 1 + 1. It's been already 45 minutes. I still don't know the answer. It is 3, Roman. Oh, wait, I left that up on the screen. Shoot. The answer is 3, Roman. Yeah, I mean, Paul, you live in a gated community with security all over. I think that I've seen a machine gun nest and a sniper tower one time when you were showing around your place. And you forgot your calculator, Roman. Well, good luck there in math class today. And Susan is having an egg salad sandwich with some chips. Now, see, and a nice, cool, like, egg salad sandwich sounds a lot easier to eat with some chips than taco soup in a truck, as Chad is having today. Yes, you need new security. If a guy like me can sneak in on you, shoot. Yeah, something's gone awry, if you will. Just answered 4. That's when in doubt. I've always said that. When in doubt, the answer's 4. Speaking of 4, I'll talk about got to keep the Kens out. Speaking of 4, this is the 4th of July weekend. Friday is the 4th of July, and we go and have a family picnic at my Aunt Sandy's house. Shout out to Aunt Sandy. And we have a putt-putt tournament, the Fam Jam 4th of July putt-putt tournament. And for those of you that have been following along for a while, right here, I don't know if you can see that. It says Fam Jam 4th of July Putt Putt Champion. This is a custom trophy that I made myself out of an old putter and a trophy. And I am four-time undefeated, undisputed putt putt champion. And so I'll be putting my title on the line this this Friday. I usually cheat at anything, Chris. You know me. Who knows me better than Cajun Reseller? Okay, and Elizabeth is having cheese and crackers and fruit for lunch. Again, on a hot day. I imagine it's hot down in Alabama as well today. And fruit, what kind of fruit? Are you having citrusy fruits? Or are you having like apples and grapes? Or yummy pineapple and strawberries? Yeah, they should start to put me on handicap for sure because unstoppable, really. Um, and this year we have a few less people that are going to be playing. That are able. Some folks have to be out of town. Which I don't know. Sometimes Aspen. Sometimes my niece Aspen is watching. She was on the show with me. Was it last week? 2 weeks ago. She plays softball, travel softball, 13-year-old group, and their team was invited to a huge tournament in Florida. So they are traveling from Ohio to Florida to play in a great big tournament. And so shout out to them, and I hope they have a lot of fun, and I hope they win some games. But I hope they have fun and meet a lot of good, fun people there. I have not yet, Chris. We do not discuss. I am the undefeated reseller ping pong champion and reseller dart champion. But I haven't figured out how to best Chris Cajun at disc golf. He is formidable. Chris was ranked as undisputed #1 reseller by Worldwide Reseller Magazine and voted #1 of all time since the early 90s. That's right. Chris is, I see his like videos every day that he puts out on Instagram and then his weekly wrap. Man, the guy just sells everything everywhere, constantly. He knows how to do this job. I need to take some lessons. Oh, yes. And we also, during our family Labor Day thing, we used to have a family golf outing, like regular on a golf course. And my dad, whoever he was paired up with, you always like felt fortunate, like because we would like draw tees to see who was on teams to make it random. And if you were on my dad's team, you're almost guaranteed a trophy. However, I did best him with my partner a couple of years. Yeah, 25 years in a row, Chris has been the #1 result. I tell you, the man can sell anything. I hate to hear this, Raz. Cat Razzie after 17 years. That's a tough time. Definitely thinking about you, my friend. Yeah, it is very tough. First lesson, you actually have to go do whatnot shows. See, you get good advice here on the show too. Not just, well, I'm not sure that my advice is any good, but Chris Cajun Reseller, a seasoned veteran in the game, who's out there doing the whatnot, doing regular shows. I actually this plus show. that I keep moving, moving, moving. Actually, it's scheduled again for today at 2 o'clock, and I'm not sure that I'm going to do it. I'm trying to work out something where I follow Kristen or Rule Squirrel when she does her live from the bins. I think Chris Cajun has a show later today at 4 p.m. So go follow Chris Cajun or Cage Seller on Whatnot. Go watch his. Is that the Ray Train, Chris? Is that Ryan and Christine Gulf Coast Pickers plush Raid Train that you're on today, or is it an independent show? Um, so I'll get that one on, and I'm going to talk about some of that Whatnot and Christmas in July. Oh, that show ain't happening. Okay, that show ain't happening today. I feel your pain. I keep moving mine around. I'm getting lots of bookmarks. Um, but I'm going to be talking about some Whatnot and some cool, exciting stuff that I have coming up. But I want to talk first, just to share what we have going on or had going on. I'm wearing my lanyard, my staff lanyard from the Mississippi River Music Festival over the weekend, last Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Came home Sunday. Jill and I were in the St. Louis area. We were in Alton, Illinois. Um, yeah, that is tough for Raz and his little kitty. Um, Chris had asked Roman to give him a new contract to stay a reseller, but he decided the price tag was too high, so he traded him to eBay headquarters for 10 second round rookie reseller picks and $50 in eBay supplies. Well, hey, at least you got the eBay supplies going for you. The rookie reseller draft. So Jill and I were volunteers. I got my shirt on. I don't know if you can see my Mississippi River Festival shirt. And on the back it says staff. We were part of with some friends of ours that were associated with that were the organizers and the shout out to Zach and Nick and Cameron. And a huge shout out to John Simmons for putting on the event. But the Mississippi River Music Festival was a 2-day music event that used to be years ago, like back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, was a big, huge thing that had tons of, like, anybody who was anybody had played at the Mississippi River Music Festival. And now, starting last year, they are restarting it. They're restarting the whole festival again. And this year, yeah, shout out to John Simmons for, I have to tell him myself. Is okay, so John Simmons, Hanley Conroy firm, they are the major sponsors. They are the sponsor for the Mississippi River Music Festival. And we know John Simmons through the unfortunate event of Jill's father having passed away from mesothelioma. And through his foundation and through his law office and stuff, got to know him and the people in his organization. His nephew Zach is the head of the Mississippi River Music Festival, and along with Nick, I'll try to shorten this all. But anyway, so our job at the Mississippi River Music Festival was we were on ticketing. We were at the box office. When people come in, you would scan their tickets. You would sell them tickets if they didn't have them. If they were VIP, we were also the will call for people that maybe had comped tickets. If you were part of the media crew that was coming in, we would dish out the proper badges and credentials to everybody. Um, Susan, somebody else has said that recently that we're always out there doing something fun and interesting, and we're trying. We've got a lot of fun adventures now that we're with kind of doing stuff with the band Feel. But is this is Mississippi River Music Festival. Um, we were volunteering. We were on the ticketing. Okay, I think I need to scan tickets, you get people to the right direction. And we kind of just took that over along with other volunteers that were there, but kind of Jill and I and shout out to Caitlin. Kate, that's Jill's goddaughter. She was in the St. Louis area, so she came over and helped us out for a couple of days. And so anyway, I'll get to the point. So Friday of the show, it got rained out for half of the event. Big, huge storms. They made us go into the shelter buildings because of big, heavy lightning, winds, and rain. They finally got the festival going. And they would hand out like the lanyards like these for the people that were in the VIPs. And you got a wristband. On Friday, you had an orange wristband. And then on Saturday, it was a blue wristband. So I had met John Simmons on Thursday night. It just kind of in brief, Jill, although Jill cried all over him and about, putting him in traction, grabbing him and hugging him. I don't think he's used to being grabbed and hugged like that. And just every emotion that she had to get out there. And fun, and you work hard helping others. Yes, it was hard work. Hot, brutal hot sun all day, just sweat. And like I said, I got a little bit of color out there in the sun. It was so on Saturday, we're working the main front gate, and we had specific instructions about who gets in and how they get in and proper ticketing and proper will call. Well, this guy walks up and he just kind of flashes his VIP badge, which people that were there Friday night also got the VIP badges. And so the next day they had to rescan tickets and get a new wristband so that they were supposed to be. Yes, he does. And we're going to talk about that just right shortly. So this guy comes walking up, he just flashes his badge and his VIP, and I stop him and I say, you have a blue wristband for reentry. He's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, do you have like a ticket? Do you have a ticket for today that I can scan so that I can let you in? And he just kind of looked at me and he put his head down and he says, I sponsor this event. And then it just dawned on me, this is John Simmons. This is like the guy it's his money that's going into this. It's his event. He can do anything he wants. And I was like, oh, John, okay, go, get in there. He's like, do you need something from? I was like, just go. I was embarrassed. And then when Jill come back, I was like, oh, I just tried to keep John Simmons from getting into his own event. And then when I told Zach and them, they're just like staring at me like, no, you didn't. Ken's version of long story short. That's right. What is up, Lori? Happy Picker is here. So Jill keeps saying that I wrestled him to the ground, had him in a headlock, tried to keep him out of his own event. Some of it had to be their moment, just the realization. But okay, for being a volunteer, you guys can back me up, right? You you should back me up on this. Is I was doing my job. Okay, I'm a volunteer at this event, given a responsibility at the front gate to make sure that the proper folks were getting in. And if I didn't recognize you just because you walked in and flashed a badge doesn't mean you get in. And so I was doing my job properly. I would think that I should be commended. I should be given like Volunteer of the Year award or some sort of commendation. I accept checks for doing my job, even though it was the main sponsor who put like millions into this thing. Yeah, they got the exact level of help paid for, which was zero. Yes, I was doing my job. See, Chris busts my balls all the time, but he knows when what's right is right. I strip searched him. Yeah, at least he knows you were doing your job. Jill, Ken decided if I quit reselling, I'll form his own rock band and invite me to be the drummer, and Chris will be the bass guitarist, and Teresa will be our managers. Well, Roman, what am I going to do? I'm a drummer. Are you a drummer too, Roman? I did not know that. We didn't get paid, but we did get some cool stuff. A few things from the merch table that they gave us, a nice trucker style hat with the Mississippi River Music Festival logo. I'm not sure what the heck that logo means or what it's about. I mean, I could see the Mississippi River Fest on it. And a cool shirt. So it's got Mississippi River Fest on one side. The river runs deep in Alton, Illinois. And then on the back is all of the acts that were there. Friday night, the headliner was Ben Rector. Rector? I'm Nero killed her. How many times did I say that over the weekend, Jill? But I didn't know Ben Rector really, but he was a guy that when he played some of his songs and got to some of his hits, it's like, oh yeah, I've heard that song. That's a cool tune. And he put on a really good show. I really enjoyed because once the main entertainment started, we were able to shut down the box office and get everything gathered up, take it back to the volunteer tent area, and then go show. And then let me see who else was on there. Wild Woods, Alan Stone, Brian Owen Soul, Barbara, and Writers Round. And then Saturday night, the headliner was Blackberry Smoke. Blackberry Smoke, they're kind of like a rock, country rock sort of a band. They've been around about 25 years. They got 7 or 8 albums out. Yeah, free merch is the best part. It is. Roman only does drums after 10 shots of tequila, but with one drumstick. Are you like the drummer from Def Leppard? Drums with one drumstick. Why can't I think of that guy's name? I know his name. I know it like I know my own. But here on the show, I'm stumped. Yeah, it's sure to be entertaining. Roman after one shot of tequila would be entertaining, let alone 10. Top the charts. We have to come up with our reseller band name. Throw some stuff in that. Blackberry Smoke, though, they were good. Good fun band. They have a really good following. I'd say 75%, 80% of the t-shirts that people were wearing when they came to the show Saturday were Blackberry Smoke. Rick Allen, right? Rick Allen, One Arm Willie was not One Arm Willie. Yeah, Roman plays with a chicken drumstick. And we only perform. Yeah, Corey's gonna manage, but he's not gonna leave his house to do anything. We just set up a stage out on his vast acreage, have our own like Woodstock festival in Corey and Teresa's backyard. Yeah, only in the winter side. Um, Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, Nikki Lane, Brent Cobb, Cassie Ashton, and Jeremy Albino. Oh, Zach Person, Riley Holtz, and the Lost Cause. So anyway, it was a great weekend. Um, Despite the weather getting rained out half the time on Friday, and then the brutal heat all day on um on Saturday. And so there's my staff lanyard. I don't know if you probably couldn't even see, but they must have had lanyards left over from last year because it says Mississippi River Festival 2024 on it. So, hey, I'm all for recycling. A Serbian chicken drumstick. That should be the name of the band. Barberton Chicken. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Barberton Chicken. Uh yeah, I've heard Chad, he's heard Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors. They were great. We were up at the table, but you could hear because it's a big amphitheater. It's an outdoor event, big amphitheater. So you could hear all the bands pretty well. You just couldn't see them. What is up, Joe? I'd flip that. Joe and Cole, mark your calendars. Go to their page, flip that. They have a live game show coming up on the 17th of this month with special guest game players. Brian and Tracy from Jack's Treasures are going to compete against one another in what is sure to be another epic reseller game show showdown. I should find that and link it, or somebody throw a link in there. Yes, this band is dense. Just like Barberton Serbian Chicken that's the best way we could describe it. It was dense. So, um, so I talked about 4th of July, the putt-putt champion. We'll see next week if this trophy is not right here beside me. I might be so distraught I won't be able to do a show. Don't have the show yet on the page, but I flip that on YouTube and follow them to get notifications. Click that little bell and click all notifications, every single one, ever and ever and ever, and you will get notified when that show is going to start. Yes. Right, Lori? Am I right? It's always a highlight when Joe and Nicole bring the game show back. I love it. The last one we got to see was live in Nashville. Was super fun to see it live. And the Zonk El Luchador made an appearance in that. That was fun. So let me see. I had some notes down. Talked about that. I sold the camera. We talked about that. I sold the camera. Aspen's playing all in Florida in a big tournament. But now I have to switch gears. This is a 2-part show. This is a 2-part show today. So let me get properly attired. Let me see. I probably don't need to button this whole thing up. My Santa shirt goes well with my yellow shirt here. See, oh, anyway, you can see it's got my Santa belt shirt, and it's not. Well, I couldn't actually see it from inside the tent, but I could see after I came out of the tent, and well, I got to see some of it because now I was out about taking selfies and stuff with everybody. Um, our band will be called "Don't Chase Us from the Stage." We are doing wardrobe changes, um, because it is that time of year, folks. It is that time of year. July 4th weekend. Man, that I look completely different, don't I? Glasses on. Um, July 4th weekend is when I start growing out the Santa beard. Santa season, Christmas in July right now. Um, and just like it says on the shirt that I got Larry Way Out One last week, it's a Hallmark Channel hot chocolate kind of day, although not so much the hot chocolate, but the Hallmark Christmas movies have started on the Hallmark channels, and so I'm excited about that. It kind of keeps me from getting stuff done. Uh, However, Kenny Get Stuff Done, one of my other names, Kenny Get Stuff Done, is back to working third shift again. Uh, Last night I went back out in the garage to work because it's so hot and I don't have a mini split in the garage yet. We talked about that. Um, I been going to bed early in the evening, get up like, last night I got out there between 11:30 and 12 and worked till about 4 in the morning on 4:35, I think is when I actually came in. Um, and man, it's so great uh to have it just be quiet and work out there in the middle of the night. Saving some storage unit. I have to get down there this week. It is the first of the month. I was down there Monday evening unloading a bunch of stuff or loading up a bunch of stuff. But I have to see what we have coming up. I need to get down there maybe later today or tomorrow, see if there's any new ones from July or technically from June. Yeah, he's pestering me on the phone while I still have a client so he can say goodnight. That's how early. Yes, that's right. Um, so now I can start calling around 3 a.m. Yeah, you probably could, Corey, if you were up. I'm out there in the garage. Well, see, that's the beauty part. And that's why it's quiet, because all day my phone, when I get texts, it goes woohoo and tick 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 and pring and eBay noises and Marco noises and all kinds, just all day long. It's constant. When you're out there in the middle of the night, nobody else is up. You get no messages, you get no phone calls, you get no notifications. Has a lot of those hats in the storage units you could sell for $100 each. Yeah, and I will sign them. Joe's sleep schedule is off. I could have him call you and keep you company. Oh, you know what? I get the radio. Yeah, tune it into WMMS, the Thundering Buzzard. QFM 96, Ohio's best rock. See, there's what noise does it make? Could you guys hear that? Yoo-hoo? That was that was Chris Cajun messaging me just so it would go off. That's, but yeah, it's just quiet. I get music and I get stuff done. Last night I was doing some stuff for a plush show that I want to have. I was weighing and kind of separating plush. Been some rumblings and some talk about doing a plush battle. Chris, I may be talking to you. I just got my WMMS shirt in the mail. WMMS is like a local radio station that had been around for years. I don't think it's still. I'm not even sure if it's still around. But back in the day, the Thundering Buzzard, that was like one of the premier radio stations in the area. They sponsored all the big concerts and stuff. Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about Christmas in July, Santa season, Santa beards, everything Christmas, and some exciting news that I'm going to share with you folks. I've only had told a couple of people so far. But in October, I am going to Santa school. Ta-da! Which is very cool. Thank you to Jill, who is helping out with a lot of that. Actually, it's a gift from Jill for all of my, like, for my birthday, for Christmas, for everything this year. But I want to get a gift from Jill. So what I'm doing is helping subsidize that in with Christmas in July shows on Whatnot and my Christmas inventory that I have listed on eBay. All of the sales that I get it. Yeah, we did talk about it with Roman there. It is in it's a Santa school called the Charles W. What's the name of it? Charles W. Howard Santa Claus School. It is the oldest and most prestigious Santa school. And it's been around since 1937. They started this Santa school, and yeah, we talked. Well, I stole the camera from Roman. That's how I diverted his attention. He's like, "Oh man, this camera is great," and I was like, "Oh, Roman, I'm going to school. Did you know that?" Meanwhile, I'm getting $10 out of my pocket paying for a $385 camera. Um, but I'm going to go to Santa school. So all of my Christmas in July Whatnot shows, any tips that I would get if I were fortunate enough to get tips. I don't ever beg for tips. This makes me happy. I love seeing the elderly stay active. Eh, yes, Roman, you would make a great Santa. Uh, it is in Midland, Michigan. Is where the school is, the Charles W. Howard Santa School, and I'm really looking forward to it. Because you learn a lot of you learn kind of the Santa Claus stuff, but you learn stuff about beards, beard care, outfits, proper outfitting. You learn how to interact with children, um, and questions and things that they might ask. You learn about makeup. You learn about the business aspects of being a Santa, insurances that you might need, how to do gigs, how to book gigs, what kind of gigs. It's kind of from what I can tell and what I've read, it is an all-encompassing um, uh, education for Santas, and they have like live reindeer there that you can get pictures taken with. Jill, it's okay. When Ken graduates from Santa school, he will hire me as his accountant. So I will count all the presents that he has to give during the holiday season. Roman is the uh chief present counter. Uh yes. Oh, I should recheck. If you know Santa, if you rearrange the letters that spell Satan, um, maybe I signed up for the wrong school. Yes, don't smell like beef and cheese is the best way. Uh, that would be something. Ho ho ho, guys. That's right. It's Christmas. Ho ho ho, guys. I do a horrible Roman impersonation. I have to work on that. Um, yeah, Corey's not old enough to be Santa, or Corey told me that he's not old enough to be Santa yet. Uh, but I just think it's neat. I think it's exciting. Uh, again, this Christmas in July is an opportunity to get out there, to start being festive, to start growing the beard out, and um, just be just learn a little more about something that I already love to do, that I kind of do for myself, but I would also like to step it up a level, and because it can be very lucrative during the Santa season. I Yes, the business side is what I am kind of a lot looking forward to. Well, pretty much everything. I want to know about all of it. What is up, Carolyn? Good to have you here this afternoon, my friend. Um, how long do I have to go for? It is a 3-day course. It's a Thursday and Friday, and Saturday, and then Saturday evening is a big graduation banquet where you get your certifications, and just having that too from the Charles Howard School, that certification, I think, sort of gives you a little bit of legitimacy if you are out there trying to book some gigs, and you could kind of throw that up. Of course, a lot of people aren't going to know, oh, you went to Charles W. Howard. They're not going to know that, but it's something to put on the credentials or a resume. Um, yeah, you don't count as elderly yet. Um, I can hook you up with sled pulling goats if you want. Kids don't know that they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. Uh, one of the things is part of it up in, if any of you have ever heard of Frankenmuth, Michigan, it's like a little Bavarian town that's up there. And then at Frankenmuth, it's like the world's largest Christmas store. That's part of the weekend is taking a field trip in the afternoon and going over to the Christmas store at Frankenmuth. Um, uh, Now there's I think, the business side of Ken becoming Santa, with the degree, has a good upside. We can make an app and call it Santa on Request, meaning Ken has to go right away to give presents even in the summer. Though, there is something to that, Roman, about hiring a Santa to come and deliver, a special present to somebody. I like that angle. And shout out to my good friend, Barry, Santa Barry, Thrifty Santa. I talked to a little bit earlier in the year when we were deciding about going to the Santa school. He's a real deal Santa, um, and does tons of gigs and makes a lot of money doing it, and then does the reselling and thrifting on the kind of to help throughout the rest of the year. Last year, I gotta admit, last year I tried to step up a little bit more. I I colored my beard earlier than I normally do. Um, Trying to do a little more with the Santa to make a little more money off of it. And I felt bad. I felt like because I've always done this because I have a Santa heart, and I like to bring joy to people, and I like to make people smile, and it's why I've always done this. And so last year when I was doing it to make a little more money, I kind of felt I don't know, I kind of felt bad. I kind of felt dirty, like I wasn't like I was going against just doing it to bring pure joy. And, and I talked to people about it and, talked to Jill and talked to a number of people. And, what's up, Patrick? Patrick Murphy is here. Why, yes, hello. Flying by to say hello and light up that thumbs up. It is good to see you for sure. Patrick is always in here with some good lunch suggestion as well. Who's got a special going on? Uh Kyle says to say hello to everyone. He's driving. We're heading out to thrift on a thriftcation. Where you going, Laura? Hey, Kyle. By the way, good to see you, or good to hear from you in the text. Is that what? Where's this thriftcation trip going? Dragon Master Finds. Anthony, what is up, my friend? It is good to see you here. Yeah, say hi to him. Anthony is in the house. Was a low key prostitute. Is that like a prostitute? But a prostitute. Uh, and me and Anthony decided we will relocate to Ohio finally. How are you going to relocate, Roman? You're already here. You can't share with others if you have nothing. Never feel bad for making a buck doing something that helps others. Very well put, my friend. Yes. And so I kind of got over that better low key than low class. This is true. Uh and Anthony has taken a break from causing chaos on Facebook. Now why would you do that? That's your thing. That's your thing. Uh Yep, doing it for money. Okay, doing my clausing for money. I'm a prostitute. Uh really in South Dakota. Roman actually lives in a barn in an old converted chicken coop out on the back of Corey's property. Oh shoot. I'm sorry, Roman. They didn't know you were there. I blew that one. Don't go out back. Don't go back. That's cute. Yes. Thriftcation. We are going to the tropical paradise of Des Moines, Iowa. Who doesn't want to go to Des Moines, Iowa? Besides everybody. What the Sitting outside a Chinese place. Patrick Murphy is going to have some Chinese food for lunch. Carolyn's saying hi to Jill. She was eating. You got to eat your lunch. Roman lives in a barn in Mount Rushmore, next to Mount Rushmore. They know he's there. They know Roman's in the barn out back in the chicken coop. Helps keep the coyotes away. Or the coyotes. One of my buddies, when his boy was real little, he's like, "Are you going coyote hunting?" There you go. Jill was eating as well and didn't get a chance to say hi. But so yeah, I'm super excited about the Santa School. I'm super excited about Christmas in July. I am organizing a raid train, which I am way behind on, which is going to be on the 15th, Tuesday the 15th. I got to get my invites and stuff put out. I we have a show. I don't know. Jill and I have to figure it out because Friday is the 4th of July. So I think it's gonna thank you, Corey. Go enjoy the packing. Corey was telling me the other day that eBay woke up for them and the sales have been absolutely crazy. And so that's always good. And they put out a new video this morning over at Grams and Pops. Go check that out. They're talking about a new strategy that they're trying, a new experiment to see what they do over there. I haven't watched it yet. It comes out right before I'm on, so um can you do plenty of bringing joy to uh do plenty of bring joy to make a little money on the side. Yeah, I know, Mom. I know. I shouldn't feel bad about it, but I'm hopefully with this Santa school now it is in October, and that's really starting to get into where you should already have some stuff set up for Santa season. Um, but I think there's plenty of Santa ink to go around out there. Whether you're going to a booking agent or just doing stuff on your own. But I'm hoping to gain, some insights on do's, don'ts, uh, and mostly don'ts. Things that you don't want to do. Something that either get you in trouble. Um, doing Santa stuff is why there's a need for some insurance out there, and um, how to get this beard crispy white once it comes in. I'm excited about that. Probably do something because I'm not like a big Santa guy. And I was talking with somebody that was talking about, kind of fit your Santa suit to your body style and not try to do all the padding because a lot of the padding looks fake. Um, and so I'm interested in learning about some of that stuff with outfitting. Jill has to find a Grinch school. Oh, you mean to head up, Jill? Because you don't need any lesson. You've already got like a PhD. Um, yeah, Santa needs a cheeseburger. A Krampus school. Yeah, Jill, I don't know. You'll have to clarify. Were you wanting to start this Grinch school or go to it? So, um, so yeah, check me out on Whatnot this month. Jill and we may, because Friday is the 4th of July, we may do a show on Saturday. Our first, at least going to do one show a week and probably more of Christmas in July stuff. We were talking about some fun games, maybe some mystery sort of shows that we might do. Just general shows. I got tons of ugly Christmas sweaters and decorations and a decor plush. I think I'm going to do a Christmas plush show. Uh, Bag humbug, bah humbug. Uh, Kyle can, yes, Kyle. We might put if he'll be our first professor at the Grinch. Kyle's kind of the happiest grumpy guy I know, though. I always enjoy getting to spend a little time with Kyle whenever we usually. Well, I guess it's been Nashville the last couple of times. Have we seen each other outside of Nashville? Lori and Kyle, I forget. Yes, Lori, tell Kyle that he and Jill has found their own side hustle. They're gonna your school could just be called Bah Humbug. How to Grinch at Christmas. How to steal all the hoo hash and the crumpets and trumpets and Bangody bongs or whatever he stole from everybody. He does need a sandwich. Um, so anyway, I've got all of that coming up. Excited about it. So just kind of made the announcement here that that's something that I have to look forward to. I'm sure I'll be talking about it more as time gets going on, and especially when I'm doing the Christmas in July shows on Whatnot. Um, and again, all the monies that I make, I'm gonna have a special. Um, I have like a secondary savings account that I'm going to earmark all of that money. Any of those shows is going to go directly towards the because it's not only the expense of the Santa school, which again, Jill was gifting that to me, but if I can alleviate some of that cost, but there's the cost for travel. There's what, like 3 or 4 nights in a hotel up there. And so it's gonna be what is up Apex, Jeff? My good friend Jeff is here, the puppet master, the master of puppets. Uh I did. I do. I have Jeff, we've been talking about Christmas in July, and I'm going to Santa school, legit, uh, a very prestigious Santa school, um, this October. Um, do they teach you how to eat cookies there? You know what? I'll look up on the like the itinerary or the schedule, and if they do, Chad, we can drive up together. You could drive over, and then we could drive up. Uh so anyway, the rest of my day, I've got what do you guys got going on today? Anything exciting, anything special? I got to take packages over when I'm done here. I had packaged them up actually last night while I was on um yeah, Master of Puppets. I have a Puppet Master shirt on order from Amazon. I had 3 orders on puppets already this week. I got a couple puppets that I'm gonna be running whenever I do this um show, my plus show. Um, what is up, Glenn? Good to have you here. Getting ready to shut her down for the day for another episode. Just talking about Christmas in July and fun and festivities that we have going on there. Um, so and the Mississippi River Music Festival. Shout out to Zach and John and Nick and all the boys and everybody there. Um, oh, yeah, and Susan's in the middle of a move right now. Uh, and so got to take another load over there. Thanks for joining us. I hope your egg salad sandwich was good. And there you go. Anthony has a show over on the district platform, First Class Treasures, tonight at 8. But I have to work on packing an awkward size item to drop off at FedEx at the moment. I'm procrastinating. I feel your pain, Anthony. I'm the king of procrastination. Good luck on your show over there. That sounds showing district. What are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling, Anthony? If you guys follow folks on District, First Class Treasures, go look up Dragon Master Finds. There are schools kind of all over the country. I don't know how they rank them. If you look up, the best the schools, Charles W. Howard School usually comes up top. It is the oldest continuously running Santa school since 1937. Um, oh, Deli and Galleon. Yes, 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 yes. I've had stuff from their deli. Good stuff. Random mishmash, some military stuff, toys, clothes, just kind of cleaning out. Well, there you go. If you guys need a mismatch, if you like military, you like toys, maybe some vintage toys, maybe some fun stuff, some clothes, go check out Dragon Master Finds tonight, 8 p.m. on First Class Treasures over on the district platforms. That's it. I'm done for the day. Got to work and then get to bed early so I can get back out in the garage tonight. Um, uh, my mind is running 100 miles an hour. We often, we often talk about Christmas in July, but why don't we talk about the 4th of July at Christmas? I'm speech. Yes, I 4th of July is kind of like maybe my second favorite holiday. Although it's kind of like one day, I like the whole Christmas season. You get like a whole entire season, basically from Halloween all the way to Christmas, which makes it a lot more depressing. You know, this 26th is a whole lot more depressing than July 5th. I'm just throwing that out there. Um, Not as much build up. Anthony gives out fireworks for Christmas though, so he knows what the stocking stuffers. He knows the good stocking stuffers. A couple of Roman candles in there. Uh yeah. And I need some sugar or some food because Jesus and Santa are international. Oh, not yeah. I guess that 4th of July is just our independence from tyranny and taxes, and now all we have is tyranny and taxes. Wonder if England's going, hey, how's that working out for you? This is the part of the show where we discuss our political views. No, no, it is not. Never on Ken versus 10. So, again, in closing, looking forward to this trophy still being sitting beside me right here for the 5th year in a row. This is our Fam Jam 4th of July Putt Putt Championship trophy, which I will be defending Friday with my family. Putt putt right down the street. Paradise Park. Paradise Park is where we go play the putt putt tournament every year. And Raz is running Christmas in July on his channel as well. So go check that out. I'm trying to get canceled. Yeah. I can't, they're going to kill me. I don't make anything from this. Oh, ooh, do you guys see this smack? It's because I don't go play in the putt. You'd lose if I did. Okay, here's what I will say about Jill and putt putt. I most definitely have potential to lose to Jill somewhere within the first, like, maybe 4 holes. She might be ahead, and then she's going to hit that one errant shot that doesn't go in or that rolls down there or gets behind the little rock, or something. The windmill gets caught in the windmill, and then she's done. And I have her for the rest of the day. Jill has a zero tolerance for I embellish, lies. It is not Jill. Now, Jill, you tell the truth. Jill loves to play putt-putt right up into the point where she's no longer winning, and then she's done. I do dominate the putt-putt, Jeff. 4-time undisputed, undefeated champion. This year is the 5th year that we've been doing it. I'll take my trophy, defend it with all my might, and it should be sitting here next week. Yeah, Carolyn's gonna know where Phil's Deli is. She's from that area. She's probably eaten a lot of Phil's Deli. That's Jill and yeah, that's Jill and everything, not just putt-putt. I'm done. You guys finish. I'm gonna go sit in the car. Go sit and eat ice cream in a clubhouse or whatever. Okay, now I'm rambling. Everybody have a safe 4th of July. If you are traveling, Lori and Kyle, be safe in your travels on your thriftcation. I'll be interested to see. I always follow along on your Instagram posts and stuff. So I'm hoping to get to see some fun stuff that you found or stuff along your travels. If you're setting off fireworks yourself, if you have one of those homemade displays, be safe, be careful, be mindful of where your fingers are at all times and your eyes. Wear some safety glasses, something like that. But be safe this weekend. We will see you on Whatnot this coming up real soon. And Christmas in July, having fun. And yeah, hashtag that's a whole story. Maybe I'll tell that next week, Jill. Anthony, have a good show tonight. Only place you can buy gun and get lunch at Phil's Deli. I'll have egg salad and a 9mm, please. Exactly. All right. Have a good day, everybody. We will see you next week on Ken versus 10.